This is our brand new house. It took Brittany and I 8 years to purchase it, and it probably cost more than you think. Let's talk about it. What's up, guys? I'm Mike.
And I'm Brit.
And welcome to our new house. So the last part of the video is not meant to be a humble brag. This house probably literally cost more than you think it would have, meaning the purchase price that Brittany and I paid for this house to buy it, we actually ended up paying a lot more than that in reality to buy it. And that's what this video is going to be about. So according to some recent polls by CNBC Make It and Bankrate.com and maybe even Millennial Money, anywhere between 63 and 68% of millennials regret home ownership for one reason or another. The biggest reason was hidden costs, whether that be, down payment, closing costs, continuing upkeep of the home.
Maybe like a HOA initiation fee that you didn't know you had to pay up front.
Yeah.
Just things like that.
Legal fees. There are a ton of costs involved in buying a home. Brittany and I thought it would be a cool idea to go over our house buying process and list out cost by cost by cost. Yep. Exactly how much we paid. And like I said before, it may be more than you think or more than you're expecting. So let's get into it. So here is basically the rundown of all the costs associated with buying our home. If you see at the very top, the purchase price, $270,703. The base price was $255,000. So from that, we put in, $15,000, $16,000 of upgrades. Most of that was in the master bathroom. A little bit of that was in this area in the kitchen. Our interest rate is 3.75%. So this is why I was mentioning those articles earlier about millennials regretting home ownership. Hidden costs, right? Yeah. Before we even get into all the costs associated with buying this house, we have two costs right off the bat just to be able to leave the apartment that we were in prior to this. One of them was the lease termination, which was 1 month's rent of $1,240. And the second one was something that we'd have to pay anyway. It's just a water bill that came out to $80.08. The reason we had to pay this is because we're billed like 1 month late in terms of our water. Well, I'm not sure why they do it that way. So we basically had two water payments to pay last month.
Yeah, in a 1 month time frame.
Yeah. Okay, so that totals $1,320.08 just to be able to get out of the apartment. Now let's get into the actual costs associated with the house. The down payment, we put down $28,000, which is just barely over 10%. We're planning on putting another $28,000 into the home about a year from now in one lump sum and recast the mortgage and hopefully get rid of PMI. Other cash to close. So this includes closing costs, legal fees, escrows. There's a bunch of things that go into this. That came out to $9,884.36. If you guys are interested in researching more of that, you can. I mean, this is basically like attorney's fees.
Yeah, it's the cost for your title insurance, appraisal fee was one of them. Also included in this was our $500 initiation fee to the HOA. Okay,
so that totals $37,884.36. So we're closing in on $40,000 up to this point, just getting out of our apartment, paying for a house. Yeah, not even moving yet. Okay, so this next section is dedicated to costs that we had that were related to moving, but not directly related to closing on the house and our down payment.
Right.
So the first one is boxes for packing, $26.69. We were fortunate enough that Brittany works in in a location where they go through boxes all the time. So she picked up a ton of boxes from work. Yeah. And fortunately, we only had to pay not even $30 for moving boxes. And those can get expensive pretty quickly. Trash bags, we purchased some trash bags to store some random things in, sheets, clothes, that sort of thing.
And also extra because we were getting rid of a lot of things we didn't want to take with us. So we were donating things and then also throwing away a bunch of things too. Okay, movers, $940. We wanted to pay for movers to move our stuff this time. The last 3 times Brittany and I have moved, we've done it all on our own. Yep.
And it's a pain in the butt. If you are the kind of person who enjoys moving on your own, more power to you. Brittany and I were tired of it, and it was well worth the $940 to pay 4 people to do it. The rental truck was $109.67 to store all of our furniture and transport all of our furniture and stuff. The gas for the rental truck, $14.67. Internet, there's a $50 installation fee for the internet. Blinds, $534.18.
You'll see them in the background.
Yeah, we installed these ourselves. They're fairly easy.
So that saved us about $130 to $200 worth of installation costs.
City water deposit is next. That's $210.
So it wasn't just the water. It was water, sewer, and garbage initiation and setup fee, I guess.
Yeah, this is a lot. This is a lot more than we were expecting. Yeah. I was expecting maybe like $25, $50 for an initiation fee. Yeah. Not $210 to get the water set up. This is something we can be reimbursed with in 2 years if we make all the payments on time, which we will.
Yeah.
But it's kind of frustrating.
Yeah, it's $210 you're not going to see for 2 years.
Next one is kind of big, washer and dryer. $1,393.12. This includes a $180 3-year additional warranty. Normally, Brittany and I don't really go for the additional warranties just because we feel like most of the time they're not worth it. But for big appliances like this, $90 per appliance, I mean, that's what, like 10, 15% of the cost to replace one.
Yeah.
I felt it was worth it just to have that extra protection for 3 years. Washer pan, the little plastic pan that goes underneath the washing machine in case of a little leak, $24.36. Sometimes this is included with the house. It wasn't included with the house in our case.
Right.
But it's not all that expensive. So next is the power setup. So Georgia Power is the company who services the power in Georgia. And new address fee, I guess, is $30. If you're a resident of Georgia and you've recently moved and yours was different, let us know in the comments. I'd be interested to hear it.
Yeah.
Air filters for the air conditioning unit, $60.97. This is a bulk pack of like 4 or 5. All right, so this section total, almost $3,400, $3,397.36. So as you guys can see, like there are a lot of costs.
Yep.
Not just the down payments and the closing costs. All this other stuff adds up very, very quickly. And going back to the CNBC Make It article, this is the top thing, the top reason most millennials regret purchasing a home is hidden costs. All this stuff is expensive, which is one reason it's taken Brittany and I so long to save up and prepare for home ownership, because there are so many things associated with it. And even the amount of research that we did, we were not prepared for every single cost and expense that we had. All right, next section is the furniture section. So
we knew about this before.
Yeah, we kind of like mapped out the cost of all the furniture that we wanted. This is furniture that we don't really need, but it's furniture that it would be good to get. Like the largest one so far is a new bed, $3,257.37, and that's pretty much all inclusive. That's frame, box springs, sheets. We got 2 pillows with that as well. The next item is a comforter and more pillows, $288.29. Toilet paper holders, we got a couple of toilet paper holders because the builder didn't install those things that toilet paper goes on. So anyways, furniture, like I said before, nothing that we need, like absolutely need, but things that are good for us to get.
Yeah.
Because like the bed, for example, we're gonna have family coming over. We only have one bed.
Yep.
Or we only had one bed before we moved, and now we have 2. So now they have a guest bedroom to sleep in and another bed to sleep in, so they're not sleeping on the floor. So.
Yeah. Or the couch.
Yeah, and we wanted a new bed anyway, because our bed is pretty old.
Yeah.
We're not done spending money on furniture. Like we still have a lot of furniture to buy. Dining room table, some rugs, a couple of mirrors for the master bathroom. If you guys have been following our house vlogs, you will have seen us mention the mirrors in the master bathroom a lot. We still yet to decide on those. I want to get some really cool furniture for the YouTube studio, because I don't plan on filming videos on the floor for the rest of the channel's lifetime. Okay, miscellaneous. A set of pliers, $9.51. Mail forwarding, this is something that you're going to have to do if you live in the United States. Yeah. I'm imagining, unless maybe you're like military or something like that. $2.10, not very expensive. $1.05 per person just to change your address. Cleaning supplies and miscellaneous, $246.71. Okay, so grand total all the way at the bottom there, $46,456.78. Our savings after everything was said and done, after all these expenses listed here, our savings was $33,831.38. That number has recently changed because there are some things that we've purchased that we're not including on here, then that we will continue to purchase. So if you've been following our budget videos, we may or may not do a budget video for this. Actually, we'll probably do an updated budget video at the end of the month.
Yeah.
But we won't do a budget video for the month of March per se, just because it's already March 8th. But we do have a budget for this month. We'll just probably do an update video at the very end of the month. So yeah, $46,456.78 for a $270,000 home. That's a lot of money. A lot more than just $28,000 down payment and $9,000 in closing costs.
Yeah.
So let's go back up here. Okay, so our monthly payment, let's break down our monthly payment now. The principal and interest is $1,124 even. This is actually like $120 less than what we were paying for rent in our apartment.
Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah, which is pretty nice. PMI is $38.43. I would rather not pay PMI. I would have rather put 20% down and just gotten rid of PMI completely. However, we were advised multiple times that after a year of having our mortgage, we could put a large sum of money down. We may have to get another appraisal, but we could recast our mortgage, decrease the monthly payment, and get rid of PMI altogether. And that's kind of our plan. Are we wasting money doing this? Yes, a little bit.
A little bit, yeah, we are.
But in my mind, it's a trade-off. Like, we're trading off that amount of money to be able to get into a house in a neighborhood that we really like that would have been sold out by the time that we would have had a 20% down payment ready. We feel good about this neighborhood. We feel good about the area. We really think home prices are just going to continue to rise, especially in this area. This area, we have very, very high hopes for.
Yeah.
Could be wrong. This could be a total flop. But at least we're in a home and out of our apartment.
Well, we've done our research it indicates it would not be a flop.
Okay, escrow, $286.58. So this includes property taxes and homeowner's insurance. So our homeowner's insurance is like $60. Everything else is property taxes. So basically, the $286.58 is part of our mortgage payment. Somebody over at the mortgage company distributes that to where it needs to go, and we don't handle that part. Anyways, in total, $1,449.01 monthly payment, which comes out to be like 20% of Brittany's and my take-home pay every month. So we're sitting pretty comfortably. Okay, so another cost that's not in here is HOA. HOA is $500 a year, so that comes out to like $41 a month. We pay that annually. We don't pay that yearly, but that is an additional cost on top of everything else. As Brittany said before, that was part of our closing costs, so we've already paid this year's HOA.
Yeah.
So when the next year rolls around, we'll just write a check for $500, and then that year's HOA will be paid for. We paid $270,703 for it. It appraised for $272,000. Now, I was hoping for maybe a little bit more.
A little bit more, yeah.
But I'm glad we at least have $1,000 of equity in it. I'm a little curious about this number, though, because the appraiser came out, there's a little bit of miscommunication, and the appraiser came out earlier than we asked him to, and a few things weren't completed yet. So, the appraisal on the home was done before things were complete, basically. So I'm not sure if that would have any effect on the value of the home or not, but we have $1,300 of equity. Actually, no, we have more than that because we put $28,000 down. So we have $30,000 of equity in the home already. So that was an expense breakdown of every single cost and expense Brittany and I have had with this house so far. As you can see, it's not just closing costs and down payment associated with buying a house. There are a million other things that go into it, which is why it's so important to do your research. And I hope this video, for those of you who may be interested in buying a home, has been somewhat informative and informational, and maybe has opened your eyes to literally all the costs associated with buying a home that have nothing to do with the actual cost of the house itself. Okay, so let's get into the second thing that millennial homeowners regret the most in terms of home ownership, and that was having to settle for a home that wasn't quite right in some aspect. So either that being location or size of the home. This is something that Brittany and I struggled with a lot because there are a lot of times in the past 8 years that we wanted to move and just get out of our apartment and just have a house of our own, have a place of our own. And we struggled with not being able to buy in the location that we wanted to buy in because things are so expensive. We lived in a very expensive area and it was very nice, super convenient, super safe. We still couldn't afford to be over there.
No,
we'd be house poor.
Yeah, every year we'd try to save up for it and we'd be further and further behind. It was growing that rapidly.
Yeah, that struggle is real. Like not being able to buy in the location that you run to and being really tempted just to go ahead and max out your budget and max out your finances and be house poor just to be able to have a place of your own. I get it. Brittany and I struggled with it. The wait was difficult, but I'm glad we waited. Buying here was a much smarter decision, not only financially, with our immediate income and budget and everything else, but the area that we bought in right here has a lot more room to grow.
Right.
Like a lot more room. We also went through that struggle looking for apartments, because there are a lot of apartments that we looked at that were not in very safe areas, but were pretty inexpensive. Like there was one apartment complex we looked at that was $800 a month for like a 2-bedroom, but it was not in a good area. And we thought about living there. We're like, oh man, this could save us $5,000 a year compared to these other places.
But the trade-off wasn't worth it.
Yeah, the trade-off was our peace of mind and our security and our safety, and you can't really put a price tag on that. Up to a point. This is a new construction, by the way. So Brittany and I, we have warranties on everything for a year, and some items like over a year. So if something breaks in the next year or 2 or 3, it's on somebody else. Somebody else is going to be fixing it, which is one of the reasons we bought new construction. If you're buying a resale, the warranties have expired on, then if anything breaks, it's going to be on you, and that's just another expense that you need to add and prepare for in buying a house.
And they estimate. A good estimate would be 1% to 4% of the total cost of your house. Just expect that yearly. Yeah,
so if you're buying a $300,000 house, prepare for at least $3,000 worth of expenses and repairs every single year on that house. So all right, guys, with that being said, thanks so much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, give this a huge thumbs up. Consider subscribing. We've got a lot more house videos coming up. We also have more finance, personal finance, investing, more debt-free videos as well. If you're interested in investing, I've got my Robinhood link in the description below. Check that out if you want. You get a free stock, I get a free stock. I'll also put our budget template in the description. It's just kind of like an outline of how Brittany and I go about budgeting every month. There are directions, pretty detailed directions within the template itself. It's an Excel document, it's free, no email address necessary or anything. I'm not really into that.
Yeah.
Check that out if you want as well. And with that being said, thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
What's up, guys? I'm Mike.
And I'm Brit.
And I've been thinking, if a child refuses to take a nap, are they guilty of resisting arrest?